Gunpla Goon back from his long and sad hiatus, back out with another review. And today we're going to be looking at the 1 to 144th scale high grade Master Gundam. Now, dropping straight into this kit, this right here is around an 8 to 9-year-old kit. So the runners are definitely going to be aged. They're not going to be as updated as what we are used to, but this kit itself is very detailed and gives you a nice bang for your buck, if you want to call it that. The runners in this kit are very detailed for the Master Gundam, but when it comes to the actual horse, you are going to have to do a lot of work. And only coming with 6 runners in this, just a very bulky set. And even just looking straight into the manual, you can already see that this is not the real representation of this kit, and there is going to be a lot of work put into it. But honestly, this is something I truly missed about these age kits. The actual manual gave you so much detail about the story behind it, the characters, and even just little poses and even rivals within it, which I always think is needed. We don't really have that nowadays. It's a straight build. They just put polycap here into slot B, and that's all we have. So this right here is definitely something that I enjoyed looking at as I was building through the process of the Master Gundam. Now, getting just a straight snap build look at the Master Gundam, you can tell that even with the dark plastic, this thing definitely holds up with a lot of new and recent release model kits that we have now. I definitely think that the proportions were a little off, but other than that, I can honestly say this is really a nice spot on representation of the kit. Seam lines aren't as a big deal for certain spots, only I had a problem with the one leg on the left, as you can see there, but giving it 360 look, I can really appreciate the actual volume that this kit brings. For a small G Fighters kit, this thing can definitely stand out on your shelf and give you a nice representation of what you've been trying to go for on your model kit display. Definitely very menacing. You can also understand it is the villain. One thing that I definitely want to do with this kit is take the Build Fighters aspect of it and paint the shoulder and the knees gold. If you guys know, I believe it was Mao's Master had the Master Gundam. Ironic, I know. Now, getting into accessories, you're just going to get a very nice assortment of hands here, coming with the nice Kung Fu hands, open palm, and also the dark hands. And the dark hands really are my favorite hands here. You also get the bigger, I want to say, true dark finger or the super dark finger. Definitely gives it more of a menacing, more aggressive look. Next, you also get the beam sash, what Master Razor has around his waist. I think it's a nice gimmick. There's no place to store this, so I feel like this is just a prop, so to speak. And finally, of course, you can't have the Master Gun without the classic key. Pulls it off very nicely. Articulation obviously is limited with it on, but it definitely will give you that nice on-screen representation you've been looking for. Also, something that I find very interesting that they put in is the Master Asia figure. Now, this thing is very nice. I don't like that they did it in the beam aspect, but I think it's really interesting that they gave us something extra in the kit and something that, you know, really complements it at the same time. Now, getting to a size comparison, this is going to be standard with your regular high grade. For a G Gundam series model kit, it will be a little bit smaller, as you can see with the Build Break Shining Gundam, but right next to the Shining Gundam OG version, this thing is, as you say, average. Next up, we're going to get into articulation, and starting with the head is on a standard ball joint, definitely limited with the chin guard there and oversizement of the, I would say, the ears or the head. It definitely doesn't give you intricate head movement with this kit, but can you expect from a kit that's 9 to 8 years old? Getting into the waist, definitely you can get an ab cruncher too. Nothing too serious with it, but I definitely think it gets a lot deeper than most others. Getting into the arms are on a ball joint. Nice articulation going up and down. Arms are double jointed at the elbow. Hands are on a ball joint. Next, looking into the waist skirt, the back skirt obviously it's just a standard piece of plastic, no movement in it whatsoever. The front skirts are on 2 ball joints, moving very nicely. The leg is double jointed, very nice deep bend. Feet are on a ball joint with nice ankle motion going up and down. Also, looking into the backpack or the wings, you could say, are on a nice hinge, giving them nice up and down motion and side to side movement, letting them also help balance out the kit, not making it too back heavy. Now, getting into probably one of the biggest flaws of this kit, it is going to be the legendary horse Fuun Saiki. Now, articulation on Fuun Saiki is probably limited is an understatement. Only certain parts move, and this really just seems to be a prop or a stand-up part for the Master Gundam to at least like reenact a scene on. It is really limited within the arms and the legs, and even for the back legs, they are actually, I would say, plug-in pieces. There's no articulation with them, and then there's no articulation within them from the back. And another flaw with Fuun Saiki, there is going to be a lot of panel lining you are going to have to put in on this. This right here is probably one of the biggest letdowns of this kit. Not even color accurate with the horn on the head. Right here, one of the biggest letdowns. Articulation overall on the Master Gundam is definitely very nice. Something that keeps up with the 2020 and even 2019 and 2018 model kits that we're all used to knowing now from being a kit from the past in 2011 and 2012. The weakest part of this kit is definitely Fuun Saiki. The articulation is just atrocious. You have to put a lot of effort, panel lining, painting. That is just one of the saddest accessories or additions into a kit that I've seen. Definitely lackluster. For anyone who is looking into this beginner wise or experience or even an experienced builder, you will definitely enjoy the look and the process of it. You will definitely like the nostalgia look, even though G Gundam was definitely a very out there series. I think a lot of hardcore fans will enjoy the fact that Master Asia will satisfy every Gunpla need that they need. Now, that being said, this has been Gunpla Goon. Thank you for everyone for sticking around for the hiatus. I will have regular videos coming for you guys now that the work schedule's calmed down a bit, and I will be definitely glad to see you guys in the next one. To all my new subscribers, please definitely be sure to follow me down and all my social media links down below. I will be so excited to get to know you guys, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys are building, and until the next one, guys, peace.